Have you ever wondered why, despite all the advancements around us, our lives seem to be getting more stressful and imbalanced? Questions about who we are, about life itself, often whisper quietly in our minds but are easily drowned out by the noise of everyday struggles. Take a pause, breathe deeply, and listen. We are not just individuals chasing goals, we are beings full of emotions and thoughts. In a chaotic world, where we are constantly proving ourselves, are you finding peace within your own soul? Welcome to Shining Mirror-LVB, where together we will explore, reflect, and truly live in alignment with our true selves. When a woman remembers the small details you mentioned a long time ago, like your preference for coffee or stories about your past, it's not just a coincidence. In fact, it's a clear signal that she truly cares about you and pays attention to what you say. Often, we think these little things don't mean much, but in reality, they are signs of a deep affection that she might not be ready to express openly. We often assume that love has to be shown through grand gestures, flowery words, or big actions, but in reality, true love often comes through small, thoughtful actions that we barely notice. The times she remembers that you like to drink coffee in the morning, or recalls a small story you shared long ago, are not accidental, they are how she shows care in a subtle way. Sometimes, a woman may not want or be able to admit her feelings right away. It could be due to hesitation, fear of rejection, or simply because she wants things to develop naturally. However, it's these small actions that speak louder than words. She doesn't need to express her love in grand declarations or public displays because these actions already convey everything she wants you to know. The stories of the past, the preferences, or the habits you share, these are the small pieces that create a bigger picture of love. When she remembers these details, it's her way of telling you that you are not invisible in her life. She takes the time to remember the things you may not think are important. And it's these seemingly insignificant things that actually convey her deepest feelings. So, never underestimate these small details. They might not reveal everything about her feelings immediately, but they are gentle reminders that she cares and values you in a way that's uniquely her own. Why are the small details important? When you genuinely like or care about someone, you will naturally remember small things about them without even trying. Our brains are wired to focus on things that are important. And when emotions are involved, we easily remember information related to the people we care about. This is not a conscious action, but a natural response of our body. When emotions take over, we don't have to try to remember the small preferences or past stories, it just happens. For example, when she remembers that you prefer black coffee over coffee with milk, or that you have a special liking for old movies, it's not a coincidence. It's how her brain reacts to the feelings she has for you. These seemingly simple details hold significant power. They don't just bring her closer to you, they also reflect her deep care, which at times doesn't need to be expressed aloud. Human emotions aren't always directly expressed through words or grand gestures, but it's these small details that can carry a powerful and clear message. Actions like remembering a minor detail in your everyday life can be the clearest sign of sincere affection. She may not express her feelings openly, but through these small actions, she is sending you messages full of love and care. This also highlights an important point. Love and care don't always need to be displayed with grand gestures or flowery words. Sometimes, it's the small details that reflect the deepest feelings. Small actions that show care. A small gesture, like her remembering your preferences, buying your favorite food, or simply sending you a message wishing you good luck on an important day, all serve as clear signs that you hold a special place in her mind. These are not just simple actions anyone could do, but meaningful gestures that are uniquely intended for someone she truly cares about. There are actions that may seem insignificant but carry a huge message. For instance, when she remembers that you like to eat a certain food in the morning, or knows that you always prefer cold water over warm water during hot summer days. It's not just a coincidence, it's proof of her care. She's paying attention, and when she does these things, it's her way of showing you that you're not forgotten. These actions show her thoughtfulness, as not everyone would take the time to notice and remember such small details. They are not simply actions, they are demonstrations of deep care because she wants you to feel special and loved. When she sends you a message wishing you luck on an important day. It's a clear indication that she cares about you, hoping for your success and happiness. Not all of these actions need words. Sometimes, small actions speak much louder than words ever could. The fact that she takes the time and effort to carry out these little gestures is her way of showing love in a deep and sincere manner. It's these small details, these gentle yet meaningful actions, that serve as clear indicators of her feelings. They don't need to be flashy or grand, they're just simple moments that embody love in its most pure and humble form. Reaction and awareness. When you notice these small actions, it's important to express genuine appreciation and gratitude. Don't just say something casually, but show deep appreciation. A comment like, "Wow, you remembered this? That's amazing," can not only make her feel happy, but also demonstrate that you truly notice and value what she's done. This will strengthen the bond between you two, as she'll feel that her care and affection aren't being overlooked. Your response isn't just a compliment, it's an understanding of the feelings she's expressing towards you. By showing appreciation at the right moment, you're creating a safe and comfortable space for her to continue opening up, knowing that her gestures are welcomed and valued. In fact, sometimes even a simple thank you or a kind gesture from you can make a huge difference. When you acknowledge the small things she does, it doesn't just make her feel special, it also helps build a stronger relationship. The feeling of being understood and appreciated fosters a healthy environment for emotions to grow. Remember, these small actions are not just a test of how well you understand her feelings, but an opportunity to strengthen your connection. A little awareness, a sincere compliment, can bring you closer and make your relationship more enduring. Subtle signs you can't overlook. While it may seem like she's acting naturally, every action she takes carries a hidden message. It's a message that only the attentive and perceptive can catch. A woman might not openly express her feelings, but if she frequently shows small gestures and acts of care, it's undeniable proof that she holds deep emotions within her heart. You might not immediately notice because these actions are subtle and could seem like simple acts of kindness. But when she takes care of you, whether it's bringing you a glass of water when you're sick or remembering little things you like, this is how she expresses her feelings without needing to say anything out loud. The beauty of these signs is that they're not grand or overt, they are incredibly natural. She doesn't want to make you feel awkward or pressured, but her actions are clear and meaningful. A message checking in after a long, tiring day, or a tender glance when you're not looking, are subtle signs that show her affection, signs you might miss if you're not paying attention. But once you notice, they're impossible to ignore. These signs aren't about putting on a facade or crafting an image. They are genuine and gentle ways she expresses her love. She might not directly admit her feelings, but these actions are enough for you to realize that her love and care are deeply sincere. So, always be attentive to and appreciate these small signs because they carry subtle messages. The ways she expresses feelings that can't always be put into words. In relationships, sensitivity and attention to small details are the keys to understanding each other's emotions. Small actions like remembering your preferences, sending an encouraging message on important days, or simply doing something to make you happy, can be powerful signs of the deep feelings she has for you. If you notice these actions, don't overlook them, because sometimes, the greatest feelings are expressed through the smallest gestures. Pay attention to these details, as they will show you how important you are to her. These small but meaningful gestures are the messages she's sending, telling you that you hold a special place in her heart. And if you have feelings for her too, embrace these small actions with appreciation and don't forget to respond with your own acts of care. Have you ever noticed these subtle signs from a woman? Share your story in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you found it helpful. If you'd like to learn more about subtle signals in relationships, make sure to follow the Shining Mirror-LVB channel so you don't miss the next valuable lessons.